And I wanted to share with you guys today a cool new promotion that they're doing with the canned coffee in Japan. I love coffee, I love good coffee, but for some reason I also really love canned coffee, which is basically not really that good at all. But if you lived here long enough, you grow to really appreciate it. And it's time now for the vending machines to carry the hot canned coffees, which is always really good. So, but this is a special coffee that's available only at convenience stores because it features this little toy at the top. You can't get these from the machines. This brand is Wanda Coffee, and it's by Asahi, and their coffee is pretty good. I'd probably say I'm a bigger fan of Boss coffee, but that's just my preference. But the reason I wanted to share it with you guys is because the toy that is included with it is PuzzleDragon, or Puzzles and Dragons. You guys might know that it's a free game that you can play on your iPhone for iOS or for the Android systems, and it's in the States. I know it's in English. The game is, it's massively popular here in Japan. Obviously, it's popular enough that you get little figures with this, and I've shown you guys the candies, I think, before that were with this, but this is a pretty common thing. It's not just this kind of a figure collaboration that they do. They do this with lots of other games, Pokemon, or Pokemon. I can't remember how you guys say it. I'm sorry. Pokemon. They do it with a lot of things. Sometimes a little miniature, cars inside, all sorts of things. But this one's nice because you can see what's inside. I hate it when they make it like a mystery and then you have to buy a million coffees just to try to collect everything. You can see who's in here. It's the little green dragon. There's, different elemental dragons. There's a green, like, earth or leaf kind of dragon. There's a fire, which is red, and then the blue dragon, which is for water. So basically what you do is you just pop this part off and then you still have your coffee here. So, and then inside this you can just easily open this with this little cardboard tab here. And then inside we have this little display, and I'll tell you guys about that. But then inside here we have the figure, and it's just in a really basic little plastic bag, and you can just, tear it open. My little guy flew everywhere, sorry. And this is what he looks like. This little guy is just a kind of a cute version of the little dragon character. And these guys generally, when they're in their smallest form, it's like with Pokemon, the smallest form, they're very cute, and then as you, raise your monster or dragon to be bigger and greater, then he looks more realistic and fierce. So this little guy here, I don't know if you guys can see, but he's holding a can of Wanda coffee in his mouth, which is just way too adorable. So I had to get him, and I'm hoping to get all of them. There's 10 of them in this series, and if I get them all, I'll be able to show you guys a better view with the camera. But for now, you can kind of see, if you're at all familiar with the Puzzle and Dragons game, then you'll know that there's, like I said, these 3 original kind of dragons that are very popular. There's also these kind of elemental things that you use for upgrading your dragon. So there's the amethyst based one and the topaz one too. They have these in all the different elemental colors. And then there's these little ruby dragon, sapphire dragon, emerald dragon, gold dragon, and metal dragon, which is like silver. And these 5 guys are all used to help upgrade your monsters. And if you get them, you're really excited because then you can upgrade and make your monster more powerful. So that's kind of cool. Your monsters are characters. So those guys, you can see they all kind of have a little different character and doing a different thing with the coffee. Like I said, this little guy's eating it. This little guy's drinking this. He's just holding it. So it's really cute to kind of have the variety. And like I said, I'm going to try to get as many of these. I'll probably go to the convenience store and get some more, and I'll try to share them with you guys. But my kids are fighting me for them, so I have to choose if I'm going to get 10 and keep them to the side. The coffee doesn't cost any more, even though you do get the figure. So, there's a lot of places where people don't want the figure and they just buy the coffee and leave the figure behind. And sometimes when I'm lucky, if I go to the convenience store I always go to, and because I am a foreigner, I seriously think that's the only reason they're nice to me. But they have the extra figures there, and they know I have 2 daughters, and sometimes they give me some of these things for free, which is nice, because they have them left over from people who didn't want them. They just wanted their coffee. Sometimes the convenience stores too will remove these because they don't want the kids stealing them, and so they leave them behind the counter and you have to ask. So you kind of have to know that the promotion is going on and then ask for the figure if you don't see it with the coffee when you're there. So something to kind of keep in mind if you guys are going to be here anytime. These promotions are going all year long. This particular one with the Puzzle and Dragons though just started a few days ago and will only be going, I think, through the fall here. So